I have been talking myself through this, and I figured it would help y'all too. I feel like, we can get like, in a rut, we'll be doing the work, using all the tools and resources we have for inner child healing, and, we're progressing and all of the amazing things to the point that we start to get into a routine, and before you know it, our wounded inner child starts creeping back up, but in a sneakier way, and gets us back in these, patterns that aren't the healthiest. And one of those is overgiving. And it oftentimes is rooted in our people pleasing, that we're trying to, conquer and get beyond. And yeah, we gotta stop that. We gotta stop that. And a lot of ways in which we're doing it is through it's financially, we I don't know, picking up somebody's tab without thinking about it, or taking care of someone's bill without thinking about it first, or saying yes to someone's request without thinking about it first. Whatever it may be, right? Giving extravagant gifts without, really thinking about it and really budgeting for it. Whatever it could be, we have to, I think, be a bit more mindful when it comes to the financial decisions we're making in regards to our healing journey. Because what'll happen is we'll start saying stuff like, I just don't, I don't have anything for me. What have I done for me? And month goes by, 2 months go by, 3 months go by, and it's like, when's the last time I've done something for myself, or purchased something for myself, or just, didn't do anything, or wasn't as busy? Because it's not even just financial, honestly. It's also in our busyness, It's, we become busybodies. And that also can be rooted in our people pleasing. It's like we're always doing something, always busy. And it's like, but why though? Is it because we're saying yes prematurely? We're saying yes to everything without considering the implications for it, assuming that we have free time, even though we may just need that free time to decompress or to just rest. So I want to challenge us to pause before we continue agreeing to stuff, before we, because a lot of us are generous, extremely generous, honestly, overgiving. We're overgiving. We are people pleasers, or recovering people pleasers, right? So it's in our nature to give. But I'm challenging us tonight to pause, not to stop, but just to pause. Before we try to go quickly fix someone's situation, just pause for a second. Do they got it? If I wasn't here, what would they do? Would they figure it out? Okay. Before we volunteer to pay for someone's stuff, pause. Is this in the budget? If it's not, do I have extra room in the budget? If I do, are there other things on my to-do list that come before this spontaneous thing I'm trying to cover? You know what I mean? For somebody else. Cause man, I'd be like, man, why haven't I done this or this or that? Or, or where did that extra money go? Or why am I so busy all of a sudden? And it's just like, because you keep saying yes to stuff, girl. You ain't had no spa day in God knows how long. You haven't done anything extra for yourself. Of course, all your basic needs are met, and, even a couple of desires, but like all of your extra time and all of your extra money goes to other things and other people. Did you budget any of that for yourself? So I encourage you, pause, and also add in your budget something for yourself. You got a list of birthday gifts to get some people for this month. You got, a list of charities and organizations to give this month. You got a list of all the things, right? You donating stuff to people and to organizations. Cool, that's beautiful. Where in your budget for money and time are you on there? Are you on the list somewhere outside of your basic needs, okay? Because buying a couple extra groceries is not self-care. You got to have groceries, okay? That don't count. That don't count, okay? Therapy is not a luxury. That is a necessity. That don't count. Where in your budget for your time and your money are you included? Where? Because we be just saying yes. Oh, yeah, I got it. I'll take care of it. Can you? Oh yeah, sure. No, stop. Stop that. Stop that. And maybe it's a yes, but just think about it. Give thoughtful yeses. Consider, do I have capacity for this? Am I ovulating this week? Or like, is this like the PMS week when I'm not gonna have energy? Because that'd be a thing too, right? Consider our capacity. Some weeks I got all the energy in the world, and then some I can just do the very bare minimum. Consider these things, right? I got the extra money, but like I'm gonna want to go on a trip in 6 months, or I'm gonna want to buy something nice for myself in at the end of the year. So like maybe set that aside. Everything extra isn't to be given away. Yes, we give from our overflow, yes, but we don't have to give all of it away. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I didn't realize I was gonna have an extra $200 this week. You know what? Let me go take out so-and-so to lunch, or let me go do this. I found myself always thinking, and this, what's crazy is a lot of us have mothers who did this, who gave, and had nothing for themselves or their immediate family because everything went outside of the house, right? That's how my grandma was. That's how my mom is, right? And I see these patterns, and I'm beginning to see the same patterns in myself. You know, I'm always like, all right, well, I got some extra time. How can I feel it? I got some extra money. How can I use it? What about just saving it? What about just enjoying your free time and doing nothing and resting without guilt? What about that? That's an option. That's an option too. You know? So I'm encouraging us to give thoughtful yeses, which means we need to pause before we agree to something, before we take on extra things in our workload, in our, in volunteerism, in anything, doing stuff for the family, whatever. Just pause first and consider, do I have the energy for this? Do I have capacity for this? Do I have the money for this? Like, for real, without it impeding upon my original plans. Do I still have time to do what I want to do for myself? Not what I need to do, because our needs are taken care of. We know how to do that. We know how to take care of our needs. In addition to my needs being met, what else have I done for myself just because? If all that is taken care of, and I still have some extra time and some extra money, sure. Whether that's babysitting or I don't know, whatever it is. You know what your thing is when it comes to, how you feel your free time and how you show up for people, whether it's friends or family. Just slow down for a second and pause first. Pause. Ain't nothing wrong with saying, let me get back to you on that. Let me think about it. Let me sleep on it. And if it's that urgent that they can't accept your pause, like, let me think about it, then let them figure it out elsewhere. If I can't sleep on it, it's an automatic no. Everybody's emergency that's not your emergency. See? Their emergency can't mean your urgency. No. I heard that from somebody. I probably got the quote wrong, but yeah. Their emergency doesn't become your urgency. Nope. We gotta slow down, y'all. We gotta slow down. For our nervous system, it's a part of how we regulate. Just slow down. Even how we move, just slow down. So slow down. Give slow, thoughtful yeses. Just pause for a second, think about it, and put in your budget for your time and money. Something for yourself. Something for you. Whether that's a tangible item, whether it's a luxury service, whether it's travel or something, or whether it's extra savings. Okay? I'm not sure if y'all remember, we did have a conversation about mother wounds and money management. Okay? Mother wounds absolutely impact the way we view and manage our money. Yeah, so maybe it's just saving it. If it's extra, let it be extra. Let it be. Let it sit. Right? Everything extra does not belong to everybody else. We're not obligated to save the world. Release that savior complex. Release it. I gotta show up. I gotta help. You don't actually. You don't. There's this lie that tells us we're not doing enough. It's a lie. It's not true. It's not true. Okay? So slow down. Do less. Slow down and do less. You're doing too much.